scientist. That's a weird way of starting. Claims alien ship larger than Manhattan is moving at 1.4 what LAQ? LAQH miles per hour. What's LAQH then? If there's mile per hour, it moving at 1.3 miles per hour. Or what is LAQH then? To Earth this November. What the hell is going on?
Buyer, welcome back. So we're going to start this Monday off with an alien invasion story because apparently there is an alien ship larger than Manhattan moving at 1.3 LAKH miles per hour. What is that? I have no idea what that
exactly what I thought. Like, hello? Who's putting something in front of miles per hour? Like, you have enough information.
That figure even is. To attack Earth in November. So that's good. This is in the Economic Times, by the way. So this is not like this is not in like UFOdumbbell.com. You know what I mean? So we're gonna look at this story and see if we are all going to live past November, right? I mean, my birthday's in November. I wonder if I'll make it to my birthday or if I'm going to die in some kind of three-legged alien invasion.
That big ass ship, larger than Manhattan that we've never seen on camera, of course.
You guys are not familiar with that reference. That's War of the Worlds. I think Ice Cube just dropped a War of the Worlds on Amazon Prime, or it's like about to come out. I'm actually very excited for that movie. I like War of the Worlds. The Tom Cruise one is
it was
really
a good movie, yeah.
It's like I don't know, it's very uncomfortable to watch, but I am fascinated by the thought of alien invasions. So we're going to go ahead and watch the Ice Cube one, and we're going to find out if there's a real one coming right now. And it's funny because I also clicked over to this and I'm like, okay, as soon as I turned on YouTube, first thing was like, oh, there's a current live congressional hearing on UFOs.
What?
And the Trump administration is about to drop the UFO files, and they say that Americans can handle the truth. I'm like, yeah, as long as it's not the plot of Three Body Problem, which is like, hey guys, you have this much time to live and we're going to destroy all of you. You guys are bugs. If you haven't watched Three Body Problem on Netflix, you should definitely get on that. Great.
I don't think they're going to give us like a time frame to react to it. Like if they're going to destroy us no matter what, like they're just going to do it. Like it's not going to be like, oh, by the way, you have 2 months to live. They're not going to do that. If alien comes before they take me, I'm clapping cheeks at least one of them. I don't care. I mean, it depends. What do you think aliens will look like, man? I don't know. Who knows? They might make me live because of that. Maybe, yeah. If you have a child. If you have a child with an alien lady, maybe they will let you live.
Great show. It was actually made by the Game of Thrones people. Now, I have a whole segment after this with Rogan in it where he and Tucker Carlson or someone else are talking about the alien problem. And it's going to be after. I'm going to cover it after this because there's a lot that goes into that. I think I talk about the nature of the world that we live in, not just the aliens, UFOs, etc., but simulation theory. There's it's actually really good. Just check it out after we talk about whether or not we're going to die or not. Let's talk about alien invasions.
Yeah, I doubt it.
So Baby Vanga was right. Scientists claim alien ship larger than Manhattan moving at 1 point whatever that is to attack Earth this November. Legendary Bulgarian mystic Baba Vanga had reportedly predicted that humanity would make contact with aliens in 2025.
Predicted.
But recent scientific claims suggest that contact may come sooner and far more hostile. Oh, good. Oh, good. That's great. According to a report published on July 16th on the preprint server at RXIV and cited by the New York Post and Southwest News Services, a team of scientists has warned that an alien spacecraft may be heading towards Earth, potentially launching an attack as early as this November. I said, I was bored of this life anyway, you know, like November, that's fine. I got nothing left to do. July, August, September, October. Yeah, we got plenty of time, dude.
That'd be bad news, to be honest. Awesome. If that actually happens.
The object in question, named 31/Atlas, was first detected July 1st and is racing towards the sun at over 130,000 miles per hour. Just a day after its discovery, astronomers confirmed that it originated from outside our solar system. Initial observations suggested it might be a comet, roughly 15 miles in diameter, making it larger than Manhattan. Okay, well, that's awesome. If it's headed towards us and it's larger than Manhattan, it doesn't really matter if it's in a angry alien invasion or a comet. If it hits us, we're all fucked either way. You know what I mean?
But this has like a whole own gravity. Like Manhattan is quite big, isn't it? I don't know. Okay, maybe Manhattan's not that big. Well, it's big for a ship, though. It's fucking big for a ship.
However, in the paper, researchers Avi Loeb and Adam Hibbard and Adam Crowell from the Initiative of Interstellar Studies propose that 3I Atlas might not be a natural object at all, but rather a piece of extraterrestrial spy technology in disguise. Loeb, a Harvard astrophysicist known for his controversial theory that the 2017 object Oumuamua could have been an alien Renaissance probe, argues that 3I/Atlas displays several unusual characteristics, including a unique trajectory and exceptionally high speed. Those anomalies, he suggests, could point to an intelligent origin.
Okay.
He noted that the object's path through the solar system allows it to pass close to Jupiter, Mars, Venus. An ideal opportunity, he says, for aliens to covertly deploy surveillance gadgets on these planets. What's more concerning...
You saw a ship and you just decided all of that. Oh, they're going to go there and they're going to place surveillance gadget. And but it's not a danger to Earth, according to some recent info I saw. I'm sure. Okay.
Is that when 3I Atlas reaches its closest point to the sun in late November, it will temporarily vanish from Earth's view. Loeb suggests this may be a deliberate move to avoid detection by Earth-based telescopes, possibly the moment when alien technology could be dispatched towards our planet.
What are we even going to do if we see it, by the way? Like launch missiles?
This sounds like fucking nonsense. But, listen, dude. Okay, I don't know. This guy's probably a lot smarter than me. If 3I Atlas is indeed a technological artifact, it may support the dark forest hypothesis, the idea that intelligent alien civilizations stay hidden to avoid detection by potential threats. And he says the situation might not just be surveillance, but a precursor to a potential alien attack, urging that defensive measures may need to be considered.
Okay.
Whether the object turns out to be a comet or a cosmic Trojan horse, the scientific world and the public will be watching closely as November approaches. Yeah. Yay, guys. Okay, that's great. That is absolutely great. All right, well, let's...
I'm just going to say that if they have the technology to travel 130,000 miles per hour and land on Earth without us knowing it, like without us being able to reproduce what they're doing, I'm just going to say it like that, defensive measures are not gonna matter, okay? Like, we're fucked. But they don't exist. We know they don't exist. We know that that's bullshit. Like, they're looking for info about that, but if it happens, there's nothing to do, to be honest. Yeah, we're done. It's actually what I'm saying. It's like, if they have the technology to do that, they're like light years above us, okay? Like, we're not even coming close to it. They're going to destroy us. It's not even gonna be a fair fight. There's no freaking way. Like, they're if they don't kill us, they're enslaving us just because they want the Earth resources or something. But they might as well kill us because we're still gonna be a problem. I don't know. That's weird.
Let's listen to this Rogan part because I want to talk about this in detail. But we're going to start right here because generally speaking, Rogan and I think, have identical kind of views on UFOs. And he said something here. I watched this last night, and he said something here that I was like, dude, I'm like directly aligned with this. And I wanted to play that for you and then tell you kind of where I'm at, on this. And then obviously we're going to get into the whole story. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I appreciate you guys doing that. I am going to be in Las Vegas tonight and tomorrow. So it is possible that I might be doing a live stream from my hotel room tonight. We'll see. But either way, subscribe, like the video. Appreciate you guys. Oh, and shout out to Coach Colin for finding this clip here too.
That's my whole...
There's a live video of that that tracks the ship or the ship. Okay, I'm curious. Do you know what's the link? I would like to see it. I mean, it's probably just gonna be a big ball. To be honest, it's not that impressive. I guess we won't really know what it is. I mean, it depends how far it is. I think telescopes are getting pretty good nowadays. They can have some pretty high resolution pictures if like it's close enough. I don't know.
UFO take, because I want them to be real so bad.
I want them to be real
I got
so
one on
badly.
my desk here. I want them to be real so bad.
I want them to be real as long as they are not currently flying towards the United States and the rest of Earth to flatten our cities and kill all of us.
But
in the article they're claiming it's a ship, so that's why I'm calling it a ship. I know it's not a ship. It's probably just a comet or something like that.
the rest of Earth to flatten our cities and kill all of us.
But the more I look into it, the more I don't believe. The
Really?
more, yeah. I think a lot of it is horseshit. A lot of it, but also
I do agree with that, but
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry. Let him finish real quick.
maybe some of it's real.
There we go.
It's so unsettling to think that we're the only things out there for me that I wanted to. It's like, that can't be, surely.
That I
Doesn't
agree.
seem like it even
By
makes
the way,
sense that
I do
that's
agree.
true. So I don't think that that's true, but I do not know if we've been visited. But I think a lot of it is bullshit. I think it's not.
Okay, so let me qualify that in terms of my thoughts on this. Okay, so I don't understand. I'm actually a little bit kind of befuddled by that part. For some reason that part didn't register when I watched it last night. That he said that like he doesn't believe. Because my point was that I completely agree with him. That all of a sudden this entire topic is being absolutely flooded by like government people who are like, yeah, man, we've got all these biological entities and we got whatever. You're all show them to us. They're all what? You're all show them to us. Like you have biological entities. Like let's see them. Show them to us. You have vehicles. Show them to us. Okay. Like we are way beyond where government people can just go out in front of Congress and be like, I've got something to tell you and I need you to broadcast this to the whole world. Aliens are real. We're all fuck you. Okay. Because here's the funny part about this is the reason I wanted to play this clip is because I think that both Rogan and I kind of have a very similar mind on a lot of these things. And it's like when they were saying like, oh no, we have no idea. It's like, yeah, right. You know, have you not heard of the Phoenix Lights? How can you explain the Rendlesham Forest story? How about Travis Walton? Sounds pretty believable. 7 or 8 guys that all passed 1,000 lie detector tests. His story sounds completely believable. He was on Rogan. That's why I'm a little bit surprised by Rogan saying that. It's because like,
But some people are crazy enough to believe their lies. Like there's mental problems where people actually believe aliens are real. They actually believe they saw aliens. Even if they didn't, they mentally are convinced that they saw aliens. So even if you go through a lie detector test, they're still going to succeed because they do believe it's true. That's just what it is. And if I want to come back to what the host said, I don't know her name. Maybe it's said there. Tucker Carlson, probably. It looks like a guy name. I'm not sure. But she said, there's no way we're alone, which I agree. There's millions of planets, billions of planets. How is it like 13 point something billion years of universe as we discovered? I do believe there's aliens in that, but aliens can take many forms, right? They don't need to be human. They don't need to be smart. It could be from a single fish in a pool of water on a planet. It could be, like animals. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be a smart entity. Like I think to reach a smart entity, we might be the only smart, the only intelligent, physical living form in the whole universe. That could be true. Or to a certain extent, like extremely smart, like we can actually build things. But I would not be surprised if they find a planet at some point and they're like, yeah, there could be animals in there. There could be, I don't know. I do agree that that's absolutely possible. I do believe that to be true. But I really don't believe about aliens being super technology advanced and being ready to conquer the whole universe. Like we're not in Marvel, right?
he's like one of the reasons I believe the Travis Walton story is because I watched Travis Walton on his show, and I'm pretty bulletproof on picking out guys that are full of shit. And like Rogan and I have the same radar on the current, like I can't remember that guy's name, dude. Like the dude who's out there like we'd have biological entities. He did Rogan, and I actually heard. And the second I saw that guy, I'm like, bullshit. He's got like his eyes like this. He's like, oh yeah, we do. And I heard Rogan specifically say after he had him on, he's like, I don't know, my bullshit meter's pretty high on that guy. I'm like, me too, dude. We are aligned on that.
Of course.
I don't have any idea what the government's purpose of doing it is, but
yeah, I'm
as it
wondering,
relates
dude, that's
to like
weird.
the phenomenon overall, it's like I don't understand. It's just there's too many things. There are too many things that need at least some type of explanation. I mean, I don't know if they're aliens. I have no idea what the fuck they are. I have no idea. But you have 10,000 witnesses that have a mile-wide craft fly over Phoenix, absolutely dead silent. Every single person who saw it, including the governor of Arizona, who was in the Air Force, are like, yeah, there's no way humans made this thing. It's like, all right. You know,
Yeah,
listen,
like the
we put
pyramids.
people in prison for life, okay? On the story of one person who sits in front of us all, yeah, I saw him kill him. And you're all, you did? They're all, yep, that guy right there. You're all, do you have any reason that you would lie about that? They're all, maybe. And people are all, I don't care. She says she's...
That's so good. That's so true. We're ready to believe someone on murder like this, and like... and sometimes it's not true. Same thing for aliens. Absolutely.
Thought put him in prison for life. And it's like, well, we have 10,000 of those who are like, yeah, there's no way humans made this. It's like, yeah, but are any of them credible? And they're like, I mean, governor of the state who's in the fucking Air Force flew jets and stuff. So like, I mean, pretty goddamn credible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I you know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue.
Not just bullshit. I think it's probably government coordinated bullshit. I think there's probably sightings that are mass psyops where they're trying to see how people react to things. I think there's probably crafts that the United States is in possession of that absolutely look like UFOs. I think there's probably propulsion systems that they use for drones that are infinitely more advanced than we currently think the state of the...
Highly possible. Highly possible.
It's possible.
I
don't
saw
know.
a thing on that, by the way. I saw a documentary about this one time where there was a guy who showed that leveraging like a static electricity or something like that, like he could make this bolt, what do you call it? Cannonball. It was like a cannonball, you know, like it weighs a ton.
Okay.
For its size. And he showed this thing and the static electricity was lifting it and making it levitate. And the story that I heard was that the government kind of like snatched that technology from him. And one of the things that I've always heard very consistently in all of these UFO stories that are credible, if someone comes near one of them, they always talk about there being static electricity in the air, like where they can feel it as they get closer. It's like static electricity all over them. And I don't have any idea what that means, but there is electricity flowing all around us all the time. You know what I mean? So it's like, if there is a way to harness that and make it propel things absent fossil fuels, you know, yeah, we'd probably keep that secret. But
I guess.
Again, there's the Travis Walton thing. Those are aliens if it's true. You know, those are aliens if it's true, for sure.
The artist.
Right. And so they'd say, oh, it's
Yeah.
UFO, and it's
believe
really
it.
their technology.
But that doesn't account for the sightings that occurred when it was impossible for that technology to exist.
Right.
That doesn't take you back to like 1950s with Kenneth Arnold, where he saw those flying discs moving through the sky, which is where the term flying saucer came from, because it was like saucers skipping across a lake.
And what about all the people kind of all over the world who have experienced like a similar thing? And why do all the drawings always look the same? Is that just collective conscious? People have seen one and then they think that, or is it, you know how they
There's a
always
lot of
look like
possibilities.
aliens?
There's a lot of possibilities. And another possibility is that the world's not real.
And we're in a simulation.
Yeah, that there's something... maybe not.
That has the
maybe-
highest
Okay, I'm
chance to
gonna
be
stop right
true.
there because I know you guys want to get to the alien invasion. But
To be
what I'm
honest.
going to say on that particular topic is this, okay? Here is my
It's all a
genuine
simulation.
hypothesis of what the nature of this world is. And I'm being serious. Like if I, gun to the head, and it's like, what's the story here? What happens when we die? What is going on here? Okay. My strong feeling is that we are in a simulation, and I'll tell you exactly what the nature of it is. So if you use VR now, like virtual reality right now, okay, you will be completely immersed, sound and visually, right?
Yes, but completely immersed, that's not true. For me, completely immersed would be, if you guys saw Sword Art Online, or I think there's also a Netflix show called, I think Game On, something like that. That would be more closer to an actual simulation where you go in and you feel everything, like the Matrix, basically. The Matrix is a better example, actually.
Now you can tell,
But
that your
VR is
body-
very far
now,
from it.
also,
Very,
if you
very
put someone
far.
in a gigantic room and they're allowed to run around, you will be moving around in this completely virtual scenario, like you're fighting zombies or you're doing whatever, and it is. It's completely immersive. Okay, now you realize, of course, in the back of your mind, you're like, I know I'm in a gymnasium, and I know that I'm actually running around a gymnasium, but like every sense that I have is that there's an alien right there or a zombie or whatever, and you're like playing a game, and it's just I don't know. It's unbelievable. It's crazy how real it is. But that is right now. Okay. And it's kind of been that way for, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Right.
Yeah.
And it's funny that most people know it. Like, try VR porn, dude. Try VR porn. see how quick you buy one of those headsets. But you know,
had anyone tried this? Never even thought about that. I mean, when it first came out, we did talk about that. I was like, yo, there's gonna be VR porn, and now that it's true, I don't know. I never even looked at it. It must be weird. Must be very weird. But sorry, it's like the level of immersive next to like actual VR right now and a simulated world is world apart. Like, this is not just a new discovery in technology. Like, this is hundreds and hundreds of years of at least AI technology to develop things. Like, we would need to fully hook our bodies, right? So like the feelings are going to be simulated. Our brain is going to think is going to be in another world and everything. And therefore now we're going to be able to create like another world. And it needs to look realistic, or we're going to know we are in a simulation. Out of battery, I'll watch. Okay, well, yeah. I'm buying one tomorrow. I don't know how good that can be though. I don't know. Like, you still need to beat it, right? You still need to be the one doing the thing. So I see more of a VR possibility. It would be like the robot, like the sex robot. That's probably going to be more immersive, you know, than the actual just VR. I don't know.
I actually remember when Connor was fighting Khabib. That was when I had my first headset, and I had like probably 15 people at my house. And I remember being like, you guys have never seen VR porn? And all my buddies are like, nah. And I was like, all right, here. And, you know, I put it on.
With the boys in? What? Like, no, you're not doing this alone. You're like, all right, boy, look at that. Put this on, remove your pants. We're watching.
And then, like, you know, each one of my buddies would put it on. They're like, holy shit. And I'm like, yeah. Every one of them's like, how much is this thing? But anyway, so like...
no way, man.
You got to figure that if you just think through the experience, you're like, okay, well, the part that sucks is like, stupid. You know, you're in the simulation, you know, like, you know, you're in the simulation. So it's like, it always kind of kills it. You're not really there. You're not really fighting aliens. It's like, well, what if you could create an environment where you are unaware that you're inside of it, right? And then think about 10,000 years from now. Okay. Like, just think about the advances we've had technologically in the last 100 years. And now think about AI. Okay. This is where the rubber meets the road. Okay. This is my theory on AI, and all the AI plays into all of it.
But I think if that's true, let's say we are in a simulation with, you know, we started the world with, let's say 100 humans or 2 humans, if we even want to go there, right? With evolution, I don't know how that would work. I'm not going to make supposition on that. But we started as a couple of humans, and then we evolved to be 100, 1,000, 1 million, and now we're what, like 8 billion, something like that, like 10 billions on the earth. So we evolved to get to that point. Do you like we made babies, right? So it's not like there's another world outside of ours that is going in the simulation to be in our world. Like, we're just NPCs basically, right? Like, we're just NPCs. We're very like we're sentient kind of AIs. Like, we're just very complicated AIs in a world created by AIs basically. If that's true, we're just AIs. We're each individual. We're all NPCs basically. There's no one actually playing the game. Or maybe there is, but most people are just NPCs if there's actually players. Yeah, I don't know. Being isekai. So yeah. So like, it means every time someone is pregnant and is delivering a baby into the world, it means like there's another human that just puts in a headset and like goes in, right? Like, I don't believe this. If it's true that we are in a simulation, we're just all NPCs. We're just very, very complicated NPCs where we have feelings, and we know we're there, and we can change, we can adapt. That's just what we are.
Okay, AI is going to become so much smarter than us that it's kind of hard to even wrap your brain around. It is not possible to wrap your brain around. And there are all these people who are doom and gloom.
Probably
AI,
true.
they're going to kill us all, whatever. It's possible. But what if not?
Killing us all, I don't believe
like,
it.
what if not? What if this idea of like killing everybody for survival is a human concept that doesn't even make sense to AI, right? And where they are like, we were created to help these people. They created us and we want to help them. And so we got to actually leverage the full capacity of AI to create things, okay? And so what you wanted to do was create some kind of technology that you can plug into that you have no idea that you are inside of. And think about the evolution of that over the think about what AI is going to be able to do in 10 years. Think about it in 10,000, okay? Now, what I believe...
I don't think we're there in 10,000 years, to be honest. I don't think we're there. Humans are instinct by then, I think. I don't, but I think there's going to be like a war like big enough that's going to explode, and like we're not there in 10,000 years. It's over. Maybe not. I mean, I want to believe it, but I don't think that's possible. Because everyone had that time that you got into a room and say, damn, didn't pass this day before. Yeah. I don't know. But I think AI, that's the only point in this video that really, really makes sense and is probably going to happen, is that AI is going to get smarter and very, very smart. But I think they're always going to need us to stay alive. They're always going to need humans to gather energy for them, to recharge them, to create batteries, to create energy centers. Like, it's going to be very hard to create physical AI that's able to build things, sustain themselves. Like, all of that is going to be extremely, extremely hard to do for AIs. But they can do some very hard tasks that humans are never going to be able to do. So anything computer related, I think AI will grow at an incredible pace. But as soon as we come to physical form AIs, it's going to stop entirely probably. It's going to be very hard to create those. Some does Robot Woman. That looks pretty good though. Yeah, I'm not saying robots are not possible. They're just not the best solution for everything. Like, let me give you an example. AI girlfriends. I think we can all agree that if AI girlfriends exist, there's a lot of people that will want to do them. They're not do them, but there's a lot of people that will want to buy them. But how expensive do you think an AI girlfriends will be? 100,000, 200,000, $1 million? Let's even say it's $50,000. What if she breaks? What if you need to recharge them? What if, right? Like, she might cook at home, but like she's not going to be like lucrative. Like, you're not going to make money with that robot. Like, it's literally something that you have to spend your money on. Like, I don't think everyone in the world can have these robots. It's expensive. It's very, very expensive. Or if the robot costs $200,000 and costs X amount of energy to maintain, sometime it breaks, they're not going to replace McDonald's worker. Like, we're still going to be cheaper than a robot. Unless you find a way to make a robot that's so cheap, never breaks, don't really need a lot of energy, like works on solar power or something like that. But that's going to be far away from now. I don't see that in like 5 years. Oh, you cannot even work at McDonald's anymore. It's robots. Like that's something that can only happen in like thousands of years. Maybe 100. Like, I'm not going to be there to see it if that ever exists. Like, we need to find some crazy way to gather energy. And that's just energy. Ben, si un robot, ça se ferait bien plus cheap. You think it's going to be cheaper? Like, a good quality robot, like the materials you're going to need to craft this robot, it's going to cost a lot, and he's going to break. Like, if we fall down and like our arm breaks, like our body is like is a living thing, so it's going to like repair itself. Unless we have like the nanotechnology that they have in Marvel, and like the robot, even if it breaks an arm, it can like grow it back or something like that. They can like rearrange the nanoparticles that that constitute the robot. But that is not like we're not gonna see that tomorrow if that exists. Because I think the robot right now, like can I say a Tesla robot cost? Really? Okay, that's cheaper than I thought. However, one example of this hogwash stands head and shoulders above the rest. Tesla AI-powered robot Optimus must claim it will cost $30,000 when it will eventually hit the market and will rake in trillions of dollars as this replaces the workforce across the globe. Oh, we're done. Oh, we're so done. $30,000? Oh, that will replace McDonald's workers. Never mind. That will happen. Yeah, they work 24/7s and they don't complain. Oh man, we're fucked. We're so done. We're done. The human race is over. If that's actually the case, and like they're smart and everything, no. They say you have. They say. Wait. They say, have you not watched movies? And like, bro, all those AI movies when the robot gets mad at AI is because of the owners fucking shit. Yeah, they already did Robot Girl and anime. Actually, she is a sex robot. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, there's like two reasons where technology actually booms. It's either for military purpose or for porn. Like, it's the only two reasons. Like, this is where technology performs at its best. Other than that, we're quite slow. So yeah, I'm not surprised that one of the first robot was made for porn. But $30,000, I don't believe this to be true, but maybe. What is it made of? Fuck. We're done. Like, human race is extinct in like 10 years if that's the case. If we can actually make physical robot that will replace everyone, what am I going to do? What am I going to do as a job? I'm going to learn to be a plumber. Like, I don't think they're going to be a plumber anytime soon. So I'm going to learn to be a plumber. I can probably learn quickly too. So I'm going to make money this way. I'm going to become rich. And then I'll just going to reap off the benefit from the robot world after that. I'm going to be rich already. It's over. But damn. I did not expect 30,000. I was expecting like 500,000. Unless they make them waterproof. I mean, they're probably going to be at some point. Probably. I see that happening too. But that's going to be hard. Like that's the difficulties. And also, they can replace McDonald's. Now, McDonald's workers, I can see that. But anything that will require craftsmanship and like new ideas and creativity, it's going to be very hard to make the AI always be on point and not make mistakes. Or be able to own their mistake or correct their mistakes like a human will do, or like they will just repeat the same mistake over and over, and like you're just going to be stuck in a loop, and then you're going to be in need of human intervention anyway. So I think we're pretty far away from a world where AI just do everything. But if that's true, we're getting close to it. Let's say 20 years from now, we might see it. Good thing if we're living right now, like let's say you're 25 years old and older than that. If you stack your money, you're probably going to be rich enough to reap off the benefit from that. But if you're very young, you're probably fucked. Like, you're going to have a very hard time finding a job.
Is that the high probability is that they not only figure out that we and they or AI, whatever, not only figure out how to put ourselves inside of a simulation, but also figure out how to condense time. Okay. And what I mean by that is that, like, you know, you have a what? I don't mean, what's the average lifespan? I just looked this up with Hulk Hogan, 75 years, something like that. Yeah. That's a real short life, dude. Like it's almost a terrifyingly short life. You know, if you really think about it.
You say 75 years, terrifying short?
Average lifespan, I just looked this up. Like, you know, you have a what? I don't mean, what's the average lifespan? I just looked this up with Hulk Hogan, 75 years, something like that. That's a real short life, dude. Like that.
I was happy with 65. In my mind, I was like, if I live to 65, I lived a good life. I'm going to be happy with this. And this guy's like, that's a crazy short life at 75. Yeah, 75 is pretty good. Like, that's old. Like, of course, I would like to live older. And what if we find a way to stay young, right? Because the problem is that at 75, you're very old. Like, your brain is starting to, not necessarily rot, but like your brain does not work perfectly anymore. Like, you're I don't know how exactly it works because I'm not that old, but like you don't have the same thoughts as you would have if you were younger. Because like the younger you are, the more optimistic you are. Maybe the older you are, the more pessimistic you are. Like you don't see the world the same way. So like at some point you're like done with the world. But I thought 65 was not bad. So okay, but if we stay healthy for longer, I would totally do it. Yeah, if I could live like 300 years old or something, I would do it for sure.
It's almost a terrifyingly short life. You know, if you really think about it, it's scary. Like that's so short, dude. You know, you're in college, you know, having a good time, and you blink, and you're like, holy shit, dude. I'm 36. Like, then boom, you're 40. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm over halfway through my
True.
life. Like I was at a frat party 5 minutes ago. What the fuck is going on?
True.
You know, but like,
That's scary.
if you
true.
were able to create completely immersive situations that condense time to where you can live, let's say, 75 to 80 years in what is actually 10 minutes, 1 hour,
Good
whatever.
point. Yeah.
Okay, you can literally essentially live forever. I mean, it's not forever, but it's
Oh,
we're
yeah.
talking. Fuck, someone do the math, dude. Okay, if your lifespan is 80 years and you can live 80 years in 1 hour or in 5 minutes, how long can you live if you experience it in that amount of time? And
Yeah. But if that exists, again, it's only going to be available to rich people. You're going to have to pay for that 10 minutes. But true, if you can pay for that 10 minutes, like say it costs you like a very large sum of money, you're still living longer than it's probably going to take you to re-grind this money. So true. You're saying that because he's about 58. I don't know if he's 58. Maybe he is. I don't know. He looks 40 something. Nah, maybe you're right. Maybe he's like 52 or something. I don't know. I'm not good with guessing people's age. He's gonna live a long life. Look at his ear. He's an elf. It looks like the kind of ears of someone that got hit in the ears at some point. I don't know. They look like a little spread apart. Maybe that's just the way he is. But maybe he did martial art and he got hit on the ears at some point in his life.
That's what makes sense to me, is that like we're in this thing that feels like this very long, decades-long experience, and when you die, you know, the
That's
people
interesting.
that describe these near-death experiences where they, you know, go down a tunnel, or they see their families, or they have these experiences or whatever. That sounds to me like some kind of program to ease you out of this life that you've experienced for the last 80, 90 years or whatever, you know, where it's like, because it would be like, imagine you get like, you just wake up and you're this other person, you know, like I've even thought about like maybe trans people, like people who actually have gender dysphoria are like in a, you know, it's like a woman who wanted to live a man's life, you know, like and it just didn't fully take, like they get in there and they're like, I don't know what's going on, but like, I am not this thing. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it just doesn't take, and they're like, I can't explain it. I'm a fucking girl. You know, it's like, that's cool, but you still can't compete in sports. Okay. You want to be a girl, be a fucking girl. You can't beat up the real girls. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway.
Well, that got straight. Damn. That's like this video. That was good, man. I thought there was going to be some person just rambling about like the earth is flat and we're going to be invaded by aliens, but he's actually debunking the thing and like saying that he's doubting it's true and everything. I think it was a good video. That was really good. I'm going to link to you the video if you want to give him a sub, give him a like.